We've all heard it since we were kids, a phrase repeated by parents, teachers, and even doctors: drink your milk, it builds strong bones. This idea is so deeply ingrained in our culture that questioning it feels almost like heresy. For over a century, we've been told that milk is the ultimate source of calcium, the single most important ingredient for a healthy skeleton. But what if this cornerstone of nutritional wisdom was built on a foundation of clever marketing rather than solid science? What if the very beverage we trust to protect us from bone fragility is actually part of a much more complicated, and frankly, misleading story? We're about to unravel a 100-year-long campaign that convinced the world of a truth that is now crumbling under the weight of scientific evidence. The story begins in the early 20th century. As farming became more industrialized, the dairy industry faced a classic business problem: overproduction. They had a surplus of milk and needed to create a massive, unwavering demand for it. Their solution was nothing short of genius. They launched one of the most successful and long-lasting marketing campaigns in history, positioning milk not just as a beverage, but as an essential health food, a non-negotiable part of every person's diet. The message was simple, powerful, and easy to remember: milk equals calcium, and calcium equals strong bones. This equation was hammered into the public consciousness through school programs, celebrity endorsements, and iconic ad campaigns like Got Milk? The industry allied itself with government bodies, influencing dietary guidelines and ensuring milk was a staple in school lunch programs. They effectively created a narrative where avoiding milk was seen as a risk to your health, a direct path to a future of fragile bones. This campaign was so effective that it became an undisputed fact in the minds of millions. We started to measure our calcium intake by the glass, believing that more milk was always better for our skeletal health. But here's where the story takes a fascinating and an alarming turn. As researchers began to look at global health data, a strange paradox emerged, one that directly challenged the milk and strong bones narrative. They started comparing bone health across different countries, specifically looking at rates of osteoporosis, a condition that causes bones to become weak and brittle. The expectation was simple: countries that consume the most dairy should have the lowest rates of bone fractures. But the data showed the complete opposite. Nations with the highest consumption of milk and other dairy products, such as the United States, Sweden, and the United Kingdom, also had some of the highest rates of osteoporosis and hip fractures in the world. This wasn't just a small correlation, it was a striking and consistent pattern. The very countries drowning in dairy were also the ones with the most fragile skeletons. Conversely, many countries in Asia and Africa, where dairy consumption has historically been very low or non-existent, showed significantly lower rates of osteoporosis. People in these regions were getting their calcium from other sources, and their bones appeared to be stronger for it. How could this be? If milk is the key to strong bones, why were the biggest milk drinkers suffering the most? This glaring contradiction is known as the calcium paradox, and it forces us to re-examine everything we've been taught. The dairy industry's argument is that milk is packed with calcium, and that is technically true. A single glass of milk does contain a significant amount of this vital mineral. However, building and maintaining strong bones is far more complex than just pouring one single nutrient into your body. It's about how your body absorbs and utilizes that nutrient, a process influenced by many other factors. Some studies suggest that the high animal protein content in milk can create an acidic environment in the body. To neutralize this acid, the body may draw calcium from its largest mineral reserve, the bones. So, while you're consuming calcium from the milk, your body might be simultaneously leaching calcium from your bones to balance its pH levels. This process could potentially lead to a net loss of calcium, weakening your bones over time, despite your high dairy intake. It's like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in it. You keep pouring water in, but it keeps draining out, and you're left wondering why the bucket is still empty. This theory helps explain why countries with high dairy consumption see such high rates of bone fractures. The truth is, calcium is abundant in the plant kingdom. Many people are surprised to learn that you don't need dairy to meet your daily calcium requirements at all. Leafy green vegetables like kale, collard greens, and bok choy are fantastic sources of highly absorbable calcium. Your body can often utilize the calcium from these plant sources more effectively than the calcium from milk. Fortified plant milks, such as almond, soy, or oat milk, are also excellent choices, often containing just as much, if not more, calcium per serving than cow's milk. Other great sources include beans, lentils, tofu, figs, and sesame seeds. It's not about a single magic food. A diverse, plant-rich diet provides not only calcium but also other crucial nutrients for bone health, like vitamin K, magnesium, and potassium, all working in synergy. Bone health isn't just about what you eat, either. Lifestyle factors play an enormous role. Weight-bearing exercise, like walking, running, dancing, or lifting weights, is one of the most effective ways to build and maintain bone density. When you put stress on your bones through exercise, you send a signal to your body to strengthen them. A sedentary lifestyle, on the other hand, tells your body that strong bones aren't a priority, and they can weaken over time. Getting adequate vitamin D is also critical. Vitamin D, often called the sunshine vitamin, is essential for your body to absorb calcium effectively. Without enough vitamin D, the calcium you consume can't do its job properly. So, a holistic approach involving a balanced, plant-focused diet, regular exercise, and sufficient vitamin D is the true recipe for strong, healthy bones throughout your life. It's a far cry from the simplistic just drink milk message we've been sold. The 100-year-long campaign to make milk an essential food is a testament to the power of marketing. It successfully created a belief that has been passed down through generations, shaping our eating habits and our understanding of nutrition. But as science evolves, we must be willing to challenge these long-held beliefs, especially when the evidence points in a different direction. The connection between high dairy consumption and high fracture rates is a serious red flag that we can no longer afford to ignore. It's time to reclaim the narrative about bone health, moving away from a single food solution and toward a more comprehensive, evidence-based understanding. Strong bones are built not in a dairy aisle, but through a lifestyle of mindful nutrition and active living. The power to build a strong and healthy future is in your hands, not in a milk carton. Thank you for watching. If you found this information eye-opening and want to explore more truths about health and compassionate living, please subscribe to our channel, Be Kind Fair.